29.
Scream is a 1996 slasher film written by Kevin Williamson and directed by Wes Craven. The film stars David Arquette, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, Matthew Lillard, like he's relevant anymore, Rose McGowan, like she's relevant anymore, Skeet Ulrich, like he was ever relevant, and Drew Barrymore. If you were a kid in the 90s like me, Scream was everywhere. The VHS had multiple boxes, and my cousin owned all the different box arts. There was Scream on TV. Scream was the hot property of the late 1990s, right before the Star Wars prequels. And Scream was everywhere. I'm not exaggerating. I don't live in a small town either. I live in a big city, and Scream all the time. So, naturally, I didn't watch it as a kid because I was, too young, and I actually saw Scream 2 first, so it kind of tainted my opinion of the franchise. When I eventually did watch Scream, this was post-Scary Movie, so all the classic elements of Scream were already introduced to me in another film, so I don't really look at Scream in a very positive light. It's just kind of there. It's not a bad film. I wouldn't call it a great film, but I think it really ruined horror. Because you had the success of Scream, you had stupid movies like I Know What You Did Last Summer come out. The Faculty was pretty good, but that's in response to Scream. You had all these teen, beautiful people slasher films, and 90% of them were garbage. Urban legend, garbage, all that stuff. I mean, you just put attractive people that could not act in a movie. You had a nondescript villain with a knife or some kind of other stabby object, and you had a movie. That was the end of the 90s for you. It was a very simple time. There was no threat of terrorism or nuclear war. It was the president cheating on his wife and Scream. Going back and watching it as an adult, it still is just alright. The first one's the best. The second one is okay. The third one's bad. And the fourth one's pretty stupid too. I've never watched the television show, so I can't give an honest opinion of it. But I have no interest because it's on MTV, and shit about teens is stupid to me. I'm not even sold on the new Spider-Man movie. But those are my thoughts on Scream. I have never been the biggest fan. I never dressed up as Ghostface. I never really got into the mythos. My favorite part of the movie is when they watch the original Halloween, because that's my favorite horror movie, and it's always nice to hear something talk about it. So, this has been the end of day 29 of Schlocktoberfest. 2 more days till Halloween. This ain't Silver Shamrock.